On this page, we will provide you with an example for different actions we can take to enforce this foreign key constraint. And we'll provide the example on the cascade as we said now in this page. So for the cascade, let's suppose we delete the but tuple from the BS table. And if we use the cascade strategy to help us, according to the strategy rules, we will delete all the tuples from sales table that we have the BS equal to but. Because we have but deleted from BS table, to make sure when we refer to the BS table from sales records, we need to make sure all the BS we refer to should exist. Otherwise, we will delete them from this sales table as well. And this is one case if we do the deletion. Also, if we do the updating of the but tuples by changing but to its full name, then according to the cascade rules, if we do some updating, we will also update all the records in the sales table with b equal to but to the full name as shown here. So these are the two cases we can take actions in responding to this cascading deletion and updating. For the set now, it will be very similar. However, we change this the beers we refer to nows. Let's suppose we delete the but beer from the bills table. According to the set now, this strategy we also change all the tuples of the sales table, which have beer equal to but to have beer equal to now. If we delete the beers from the beers table to make sure the beer we refer to should exist should be valid, we will change it to now instead. If we do the updating of the but to the full name, we will also do the same changes, change beer equal to but to the now instead. And this is the examples we can take actions in responding to this cascading and set now strategies in enforcing these foreign key constraints. So normally when we design the tables, we need to choose a strategy or policy we can handle these actions to in responding to these changes about foreign keys. So when we declare a foreign key, we may choose policies that now cascade independently for deletion and updates. Before we have two different cases, either deletion or updating, right? And we can either choose set now and cascade. Actually, the SQL allows us to choose different policies in responding to either deletion and updating separately. And we will provide you with an example for the foreign key declaration by on, update, or delete with some action, either set now or cascade as policies. If we don't have this declaration, the system will use this default strategy or the policy, the reject, will be used for responding to these changes to the data we have in enforcing these foreign keys. We will provide you with examples by the declarations on different actions. So we can create a table for sales with bar, beer, price, the other attributes. The main part will be the foreign key, beer. This beer here is a foreign key reference to the beers table on name attribute. Here, if we delete the beers in the beers table, on delete, we use a set now policy or strategy. In other words, if we delete some beers in the beers table, then for the sales table, this records we will set the beer is a name to now according to its deletion set now. Meanwhile, on update, we will do the cascading instead. If we update the beers in the beers table, according to this policy, and we will also update the beer name in the sales table as well because we have on update cascade. So this delete is one case. If we delete tuples in the beers table, we use set now. Here this update is another case. If we update the beers in the beers table, we will also do the cascading updating in the sales table as well. So they allow us to choose different policies in responding to different cases. Either the delete or update. We can use either set now cascade. Without declarations, in the system we use the default, reject, this policy instead. So I hope you can follow me, right? So this foreign key is very important for creating tables.